Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this mouse trap notepad holder. Stay tuned and I'll show you how to do it. Alrighty, so I guess what they say is true. Everything old is new again. These little mouse trap notepad holder things are nothing new. My mom was actually making these back in the early 80s. She would sew a little stuffed mouse and put here and then clip the pad here. And she put like a drink can pop tab here and would hang it on the wall. We're going to be making magnets out of ours. So of course you're going to need some magnets. I got these from Joann's actually. Yeah, Joann's. That's where I got them. I had a brain fart there for a second. Now these mouse traps are the smaller ones, like actual mouse traps and not rat traps. These came from the Dollar Tree. They're 4 in a pack. I have a big notepad here because this is just what I have on hand. But if you're going to be using big pads like this, it may be best if you go to Walmart and get the big rat traps. Okay, so that, you know, this will be a better fit. These come 4 in a pack from the Dollar Tree. You're going to need some scrapbooking paper, or if you don't want to use Mod Podge and paper, you can just use acrylic paint, chalk paint, whatever you want to decorate these, okay? But I'm going to be using the scrapbooking paper. I'm also going to be using some Mod Podge, and I have a paintbrush over here and some artificial flowers. So first thing that you want to do, and I highly suggest keeping one of these in its pure state. I guess you should say, don't take it apart so that you can go back and reference it later to see how these little springs are placed on, okay? Because we're getting ready to take all this off. Okay, so what we're going to do, let's get this paper out of the way first. The little trigger doohickey right here, we want to take that off. And I have a pair of pliers for that. Just pull it straight out of the wood. This is what that looks like. It's just little pieces of metal that just stick straight down into the wood. We're just going to take that off. Now this is a sticker, and we need to pull the sticker off. Well, it's easier said than done. It's not wanting to come. Oh, that is stuck. There. I win. Okay, so now we've taken that little part off and the sticker off, and now we need to take this off. Now, as you can see right here, this part here is a little loop, and then it's one piece that just comes all the way down and then straight across. What we're going to do is, you see these 2 little doohickeys that go this way? You just want to take those and kind of bend them inward like that. And now that just took the pressure off of this so that you don't squish your fingers. So now this is the part with the loop. We're just going to slide it off. Now be careful that you don't lose your springs here, okay? Because you're going to need those springs later. And now you're just going to pull it straight across and take it apart. If you're not careful, your springs will go boing and fly across the room, which they did on me a while ago. Okay, now there's all your pieces. We don't need this, so get rid of that. What you do need, the 2 springs and this piece here. We're going to put it all back together later on, so just keep that over there. Now don't take these out, okay, because these need to be in the wood just the way the factory pressed them in. If you pull them out, you're going to make the little holes bigger, and then they're not going to hold as tightly when you put this back together, and it could all fly apart on you, okay? Now for our paper, what I'm going to do, let's see which decoration here I want to use. I don't know. Let's just put it right about there. That looks good. What y'all think? Where did my pen go? Goodness gracious. All right, I'm just going to trace around the mouse trap here. And then we're going to cut it out. I won't make y'all watch me cut it out. As exciting as it is watching me cut paper. I'm not going to make y'all do that. So anyway, now I'm going to cut it out, and I'm going to get my Mod Podge and put a nice coat of Mod Podge on here, and then we're going to put the paper on it. So hold on 1 minute. Okay, so my piece of paper is cut out. My Mod Podge is open and ready. So what I'm doing here, now if your paper has a design on it, okay, and you want that design to be upright, keep in mind that this little metal piece that we took off, that's going to be up at the top. So here's your mousetrap. Make sure those 2 holes are up at the top, okay? Now I just took my piece of paper here, and I'm using these 2 fingers just to hold it down. And you can feel where the 2 metal pieces are on either side. I just took my scissors, if I can hold them correctly, and I just scraped it right here on the paper, on top of where those metal pieces are. Why am I doing that? To make it easier to put the piece of paper down, so hopefully it's not going to rip a whole lot when I press it down after I get the Mod Podge on. All right, so now I'm just going to paint on the Mod Podge. Oh, Lordy. This brush is kind of stiff. I forgot to rinse it out the last time I used it. The tip of the bristles are all gooped up with something. I don't know. I'll go soak it in some hot water here in a minute. All right, let's just get us a thin layer on here. Okay, let's lay this over there. I'm making a mess. All right, wipe my hand off. Now let's get our paper here. Holding it down like that. And I'm just going to gently work it down over the pieces of metal. Just like that. See how easily that went down and it didn't rip. Hallelujah. All right, now we're just going to smooth it down and let this Mod Podge set up. Just like this. Just let it dry, okay? If there's any excess sticking up, you can just take your scissors and trim it away, your X-Acto knife, whatever you have. Okay, this won't take long, so I'm going to let it dry, and then we'll come back and put it all together. All right, so I think this Mod Podge is pretty much dry. If it's not, I'm getting ready to make a mess. Let's zoom in for a minute. All right, so like I said, I think it's dry. Now, using this other mousetrap here as our guide, and remember, we're not going to have this doohickey on here. We're just going to put it back together. So what I'm going to do is hold it like this. You see, here's the loop part on your left side. The long part comes up and then goes over. Loopy on the left. Just run this through that first one. Okay, just run it through there. And now we're going to put the springs back on in the way that we took them off. Hold them up. Let's see, that one goes there. This one here. Yep, that's right. So you just gotta compare, okay? That's why if you have a handful of these, don't take them all apart at the same time. Go back on. There's that one. Now remember, there's going to be a little bit of pressure behind this, okay? There's that one. Slide that one on. All right. Scoot it over. Now this straight piece here is going to go back through this loop. And it's a lot easier if you have another mousetrap sitting there in front of you. It's going to be really easy. Like watching me do it on here is a lot harder than what it actually is, okay? Now, like I said, you're going to have some pressure behind this now. And I just scuffed my paper, but it's okay. That happens. I don't think it's 100% dry. All right, back in place. And now we're just going to bend this down. I pushed it over too far. Just bend it down, slide it through, and then put it back into place just like that. See, now you don't have this metal piece here, so it's going to look a little bit different. Now just slide it over. And these little pieces here need to go back up and over the main metal piece. Like that. And now it is put back together. And it has the tension on it. So there is that. Now, what we have is our artificial flowers. And you don't have to put these on here if you don't want to. I just wanted to decorate a little something up in here, okay? So, you just pick out what flowers you want. I think I'm just going to put, I don't want a lot on here. I'm just going to put just a couple, and we'll glue them up there. But I'm going to plug in the hot glue gun. I'm going to cut some of these flowers apart, and then we'll come back and we'll put it together. All right, so I have my hot glue gun ready. Oh, let him go. And I've got the magnets. Now these are some fairly strong magnets. To be craft magnets, they're fairly strong. Now if you're going to be putting this on and off of your refrigerator, moving it around, I really do suggest using E6000. Because see, this here is kind of slick. And you know, the E6000 will hold it better. I need to get some more. But for me, I'm just going to stick it somewhere, and that is where it is going to stay. So I'm not going to be moving it around. Which is why the hot glue gun is going to be just fine for me. Like I said, you know, if you're going to make these to sell, you know, because you don't know what people are going to be doing with them once they get hold of them. E6000. All right, so there's the magnet. All right, so the flowers, I've already cut those apart. And I think all I want to do is I want to use a little bit of greenery and one flower. I think that's all I want on this. And I want it to where you can see that design right there. So I'm just going to put, hold still, I'm just going to put a blob of hot glue right around here. Let's stick it there, and then I'm going to angle the flowers here so that you can still see that little rose sticking up. Now, let's see, that flower's kind of warped. Well, I think they all are. Dadgummit, I thought I was prepared. I'm not prepared. All right, here's one. Looks kind of flat. And I'm just trimming off that little plastic doohickey on the back. Let's put a blob of glue there and then stick it down. Just like that. And that's going to be good enough for me, I think. Yeah, that's cute. Would you stay where I put you? Lord of mercy. All right, I think that's going to be just fine for me. Or should I put another flower on it? Y'all know how I second guess myself. Should I put some more? Nah, I'm just going to leave that one. Yeah, I'm going to leave that one. So there's that. And then you can stick it on your refrigerator and then carefully, you know, open that up. And then stick your notepad down in there. Just like that. However far up you want to put it. Like that. So how cute. Brought back some memories for me. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this one. This one was fast and fun to make. Good little craft fair items. Like if you want to have like one of those little containers on your table, like, you know, quick grab, you know, impulse buy items. These make nice little gifts. So if you would, please give this video a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Check me out on other forms of social media. The links to all of which will be in the description box down below. And I hope to see y'all next time. Bye.